What's up, guys? We're just waiting for Levi. Sorry. Levi's running late. I don't know where he's at. So we
No,
got
screw
Chucky.
that.
We got a
I'm the new
Chucky Chuck.
co-host. I'm just messing. I'm just messing. I don't want Levi's job.
We got a new co-host today. His name's Chucky.
No, it's so dumb.
Oh, so done.
Right,
Apologies, so done.
Alright, I'm back.
And we finally got Eden, then Gio on the show. About time.
What's going on?
He's going to get a snake. Sorry. He's on his way to get a snake. Other than that, did anybody catch that live with Billy? Bro, that shit was live. That's why I was late because I got into it.
What? The Tinley Park stuff.
It was the Herp Collectors. They were interviewing Billy from Me Tracing Creation.
Oh,
Yeah, it was lit, dude.
that's nice.
What's up, everyone? Thank you, Michaela, Cody.
Yo, what's up, Mr. J?
What's up, Stan? What's up, Jay? What's up, Michaela?
On everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, what's good, brother? How you been? Man, today was a long, freaking rough day. I had one of them days like I didn't want to get out of bed, dragging ass. I don't know, man. Just overly exhausted, overwhelmed right now with everything going on. All the shows coming in, really taking a toll on me. You know.
Day by day.
Oh man, you got this stuff, Chris.
What?
I said you got this, man.
Bro, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying to hang in there as much as I can, dude. Seriously, much as in there.
Hey, man. God wouldn't give you more than you can't handle. I'm just saying.
Bro, sometimes I feel like he throws that at me too much, bro. Too much.
Hey, and he wants to throw at you what needs to be thrown. You know, he wants
What's
to
up,
see
Ron?
what you can handle.
Yep.
Oh. I'm just freaking tired. But I appreciate everybody being in here. I know Derek's also live too, Thirsty Thursdays. I know everybody's gonna be going back and forth. It's all good. Support everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go lift everybody. Go lift them up, guys. Go lift them up.
Oh, what's up, Fry?
What's up, Fry?
Everybody?
And this is an open live. This is an open live. Anybody who wants to jump in the live, just ask and I'll send you the link. Oh yeah, man. I don't know if I hit a mental breakdown or not. I don't know why. Today I felt like crying, dude, all damn day. Fucking weird.
Hey, sometimes that's what you just need to do, though. I'm just saying. Hey, I just got a notification saying Flexing went live.
A little late. Who's going to Charlotte Repticon? Not me.
I am absolutely not. That is too far.
I don't know. As long as people want us to be on, but
Right?
I don't know. We usually talk about anything and everything the people in the comments want us to talk about. They'll start asking questions. That's what this is for. This is live, just like it says in the flyer, real recognize real. And we're just trying to be real.
Right?
That's all we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Is there a NRBC next month over there in Texas?
there's a what?
NARBC in Texas next month?
Oh yeah, there's shit. Yeah, it's in February, not next month.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw something happening next month. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Maybe
If
I
there
should.
is, I don't know about that yet. Because I would have been hit up. Are you going? Are you going? Especially by DNT or Lone Star.
Okay.
Earl.
Right.
Oh, that's how I know. I don't know.
All right.
I need to make it to a Texas reptile show.
Shit.
Bro, if you made it to a Texas reptile show, that'd be dope.
I'm
I
trying to
know.
go to Tinley in March.
Bro,
It's
I
my
gotta make it out to Tinley because Tinley's bomb, dude. It's fire. Like, I need to get
Yeah.
out there, man.
I heard about Tinley. I've seen it so many times. You know what I'm saying? The lives and stuff. I just can't go back to Illinois. It's too cold. I love my home. I love it all, but I don't want to go to the cold. Sorry. I've been spoiled, as my mother says, living in Arizona.
Oh, you're in Arizona. I'm in Cali.
Oh, that'd be badass if Michaela went with Sea of Serpents, Mars. I like that hashtag prize. Support who supports you. Man, I don't know. Somebody in the reptile community I don't even talk to just started sending me their reels, and I just started sharing them out. But I was like, I don't even know who you are, bro. But it's all good. Whatever. What's up, Carl? What's up, Shelby? We're just here hanging out. Like I said, it's a live. If y'all want us to bring up anything,
Right?
just mention it. We'll talk about it.
Right? Talk about everything and anything.
Dude, like I said, I'm sorry we're late. I got into that live with from Billy with Mutation Cation on Hertz Collection. That live was going off.
You got him on Saturday, no?
Yeah, I got him Saturday. And then we got CNB Sunday, and then so
Nice,
on.
nice. Are you having Bill on, or are you having both of them on?
We're
Are you
having
having
William.
Bill and
We're
Caleb
William.
on?
William. Well, I
That's
don't
Bill.
know. Levi's going to be there at the shop.
Okay, okay.
Oh, so it's a live.
Yeah, it's a live, and he's going to give us a tour and everything. So
Okay. I think I
Oh,
might show my face at that shop that day.
yeah, we'll be there that Sunday at 1:00.
Okay. I think I got a date.
Bro,
Sorry,
we
babe.
got.
I'm dropping you off at work.
Bro, I'm like, we got like a big ass lineup this month. It's ridiculous, crazy.
Oh yeah. I know. Y'all got Pie His Life, I heard.
Yeah,
I was at his house late yesterday.
yeah. We got Pitus Live. We got Emilio coming back.
Nice.
We got
the
a lot
question
of other
is,
stuff.
who don't you have, Chris?
Huh,
Who don't you have?
Right?
bro? Everybody that's like coming on the show is it's just been a blessing, dude. Like, cause I wasn't expecting the show to be like that, take off the way it did, and I don't know why people just love us. Like,
Right?
people say that me and Levi are a really good team. We balance each other out, and like I hear so much good feedback and positive feedback. Like,
Hey
I,
man, y'all are a good team, but I gotta look down at Levi.
Okay. Is that why his camera's always facing upward? So he
yeah,
looks tall?
probably. I don't know. I think Levi say he's like 5'8", so I don't know.
Oh,
Bro, if
man.
you believe Levi's like 5'8", I'm like 4'11", okay?
Bro, if he's 5'8", he's not that off for me. So I'm
Anyone?
5'10", 5'11" on a good day.
Come on, man. I'm live on and I'm
Thank
live
you
on
for the
YouTube.
time,
What do you gotta messaging me for? Jesus.
bro. It's like when we do our lives, bro. Like literally at the end of the live when we end it. they stay backstage with us and just like y'all are so respectful. Y'all like are cool as hell, and
Right.
you made it comfortable for them, you know, and all stuff like that. It's amazing. It's a good feeling, dude. So just
That's
when I
right.
hear that
Smash
stuff,
that like button. Share it out. Let your friends know. We just on here BSing about everything.
Hey, I'm
And even if you got a
about to,
serious subject.
I just got here to pick up the snake. All right.
all right,
I'll
go
be,
ahead, brother. Oh, you can jump off, jump back on. I don't care.
yeah, for sure.
All
I'll
right,
show
brother.
up. You guys got first look. How's that?
All right.
All
Right?
right. Back.
Giggity.
Man, I was looking at Earl's website today, man. My pocket might be burning soon.
What? Oh, you saw something,
Man, I see a lot of things that I might want.
bro? Earl's getting rid of his venomous collection.
Some of it.
Yeah, not all of it. Hold up, brother.
Get it on Instagram, Facebook, and on my Snap.
But yeah, he's getting rid of his collection. I like what he's about to do, which he's also coming on the show, so I'll let him explain what he's about to do there. I'm not gonna tell all his little secrets.
Right. I get that.
Because he actually like let me talk to him for an hour, which is freaking badass.
Nice.
We got the wood. We got the wood going.
Oh man, we got this guy here.
Hey, Chucky.
What's up, Wanka?
Hey, wanker. You fucking wanker.
You hear this, Fry? Tell him something. Tell him something, Fry.
It's Friday. It's 20 minutes
Oh
to
fuck,
midday.
we got a
I'm
fucking
on the good
Australian now.
G'day.
Fucking New Zealand. Hey, you wanker.
G'day, mate.
Fucking Aussie
How you
wanker.
going? How are
Aussie
hangers?
wankers. Fucking awesome.
Bloody
A new
wankers.
baby.
Yeah.
What kind of baby? Oh, I have the albino
At least
type.
they can own reptiles, Benji.
No, he just called me a fucking wanker, so I was just.
Hey, hit up
We were just.
Pie.
No, now there's little children in the room. We have to
Oh,
stop
these are
swearing.
cute. Hey, don't grab my phone.
Hello.
It's cute.
Hello, little Bubba.
She's been away.
Skidgy,
She's been
baby.
in Brisbane with her brother for athletics trials, so I haven't
Oh,
seen her
scared
for a
you.
few days. What are you doing? You can't grab my phone. No, babe. You can't grab my phone. Oh.
Hi.
Hey.
So, dude, so we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something for kids too. So we're gonna have like the kids coil room where the kids just jump on YouTube and just
Right.
have fun, talk about snakes.
Like
She loves
Selfies.
snakes. She loves
you should
reptiles.
do it with
Don't take
the
her. What do you
boys
do?
on
She loves racing.
Instagram.
You love
Nah, bro,
racing?
the mom will make them one, so I'm gonna have to use
love
my niece
snakes?
or nephew on those days.
Go watch the TV?
It'll be probably during the week.
Okay.
I mean, everybody. We have some people that have been asking, you know, when
I'll be
we
right
go
back.
back to those kids' lives. No problem, Fred.
Right. I have a baby fever with my baby.
Bro, I've been having baby fever like crazy. I don't know why.
You want to reproduce?
Because you got those eggs coming, Chris.
Yeah, I got those babies coming, but I want a baby, another baby, bro.
What, you want another child?
Yeah.
Go adopt a cat or a dog.
Bro, I have a cat. I don't want my cat. My cat's a pain in the ass.
Like, we're heading towards you're about my age, aren't you, Chris? Or am
I'm
I a bit older
37.
than you?
You're
Oh,
way.
okay. I'm 10
You're
I'm
like the
10
oldest
years.
here, Benji. You're
Yeah,
like 80
I
years
know.
old, bro.
Fucking nearly 50, I know. Fucked up.
Got
But
that,
me and my girlfriend, we were thinking, my fiance, we're thinking about
yeah, my
having
cat
kids,
is an
you know,
apple.
so
hate my cat. I mean, I love cats, but my cat is
Wait, Benji, you have a girlfriend? I am so sorry for her.
Yeah, she's
Wait,
beautiful. She is absolutely gorgeous. Like if I sent you a picture of my girlfriend, she'd go,
Oh, you mean like Luke's wife?
yeah, bro. You'd be like,
she's beautiful. She really is.
I don't know what to say, bro.
Truly, truly is. I mean, do you know why she fell in love with? Well, one of the reasons
I
she
have
fell in
2
love with me
cats
is
and
because I
5
picked her bra size before I even like. When I first met her, I guessed how big her boobs were, and that impressed her. She was right
dogs.
impressed with that.
Oh, bro. Did you ever hear Benji's story how
Six,
he met his girlfriend?
36,
I think I have
the
on
36 double
Instagram.
Ds. I knew they were 36 double Ds as soon as I saw them.
Freaking Benji.
That's funny.
She's from Washington. She's from Washington State, so
Hey,
a long
what do
way
y'all
away
think
from me.
about what's going on in the community with fatality reptile or fatality dragon?
Well, I heard about that. The 3
Yeah.
week old dragon's been sent out. Somebody else told me that they don't send their babies dragons until they're at least 3 months old. 3 weeks and 3 months is a big difference.
What do you think, Chucky?
I
think
wait till I
3
know
weeks
they're
is too
eating
soon.
properly. You know what I'm saying? I wait till they have a few meals on them. You know, and that could be a while. I don't do that 3 week stuff. I gotta wait at least a couple months. So yeah, I say about 3 months. You know what I mean, like anybody else would say.
Bro,
But
I've just been seeing that shit all
2
over
or 3
Instagram.
months. Yep, that's what everyone's saying.
dude, I just sold my first leopard gecko yesterday.
I do know some people
yeah.
that sell them a bit later, like maybe
There are some that do.
4 or 5, maybe even
He
6 months,
obviously
just to make sure that they're
he
eating
obviously
properly and they're doing
knew there was
everything.
going to be. He must have anticipated that there was going to be a problem, saying 2 for 1 in case one dies. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
get
that's a
that.
bit
Like,
dodgy
what's the
straight up,
2 for
eh?
1,
That's dodgy. To me, that reads dodgy straight up.
right? That means like don't do that deal at all.
It means he
Shoot
knew
it.
that one of them.
Yeah, walk away, walk away.
What's up,
That's your
Bosa?
warning. That's a
Brother.
warning. You know, he knew something was wrong. He's trying to cover his ass, so he said, "I'll do you a 2 for 1." That's how I see it. And look, one of them died,
Me
didn't
too.
it? So
Yeah, and she was really hurt about it because
Yep.
I saw her
Yep,
messages.
it did.
yeah,
So,
that's what I mean.
you know,
It's
like I
bullshit.
looked at his dragons, and yeah, he's got some amazing dragons. Like some of his stuff is just fire, but his ethics are fucked up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're
So it
also
doesn't matter
saying that his
how
dragon.
beautiful your animals. It doesn't matter how beautiful your animals are if your ethics are fucked.
Yeah, but they're also saying that the dragons that when he does those pictures like that, he's filtering the picture over and over and over,
Yeah,
so it gets dark like that.
Oh, okay.
that's false. It's
Okay.
like
Well, that,
editing. Yeah.
So, I mean, I've only
but
talked to the guy
that,
like
that
once or twice, and that's about it.
I find that hard to believe though, because Chris, because some of those weren't pictures, some of them were videos. A lot of them were videos,
You
and
can
you can't
still
put
you
a
can
filter
still
on a
Photoshop.
video. Like,
You can still Photoshop a video, Benji. Well, what Chris was saying, you can make filters and make it
okay,
darker and stuff. You can even do that with videos. You need a computer. You probably can't do that on your phone, especially
okay,
your phone.
okay. Well, seems like
Yeah, I'll send people. We have people here in
oh,
Australia that
fuck.
do that.
That's a low blow. That's a low blow.
Sit down.
Bro, if Levi was here, I don't know if he would want me to say this.
That was a low blow.
I
Time
mean, we
out,
got
yellow card.
right. Or he'd be saying time out too. Time out. Hold up. Hold up.
Yeah.
Look what I've got here. I'm thinking about. I'm not supposed to be opening and eating these, but I am getting very, very tempted.
He's allowed to eat that.
Diabetic, then
No, he's still supposed to be working out.
Just one chocolate biscuit can't hurt, sure.
yeah,
I am. I'm working out right now. I'm doing this. This is
So am I.
exercise.
I'm cool.
That's what happens when you get old. Let's start flexing, Chris. Then you're gonna get the other Chris to start flexing.
Oh wait, he put us the thing.
Who's flexing?
Perfection.
You don't want to see me flex. I'll flex.
Put that little thing away, man.
You need to put me on solo. Put me
So
on
what, you can eat
solo.
this?
Oh wait, it's that way, isn't it?
Bro, everybody wants me to do that chip challenge, that one chip challenge.
It's fucking awesome.
That's nothing, dude.
Bosa
That
said,
one chip challenge is nothing.
bro, Bosa said that.
Wait, Benji, you know Tim Tams are made in Australia?
Nah, you would have to ruin it for me, wouldn't you?
Saying, it's fact, bro. It's fact. Tim Tams are made in Australia.
Aussie thinker.
Do you like Vegemite? Do you like Vegemite? That's also made in Australia. Not everybody likes that, eh?
I don't mind Vegemite or Marmite. Like either. It's cool.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, don't do.
I'm gonna like it now because I have to be sure these are made in Australia. Where does it? No, look, you're wrong. That says right there. Look,
Oh, they're not even Tim Tams, bro.
put
They're
me
the
on
cheap
solo
packet.
again.
Don't worry about it. I thought they were Tim Tams.
Are we really looking at food?
Says right there, made in fucking New Zealand.
They must taste like shit.
Made in New Zealand.
Oh my god.
I'm so done.
No, they're not Tim Tams. They're not Tim Tams. Look, they're not Tim Tams. They're Chit Chats. Bloody hell. Lost in translation, mate. Lost in translation.
Bosa, the man. How are you, bro?
I must admit, though, these Chit Chats do look like Tim Tams. They really fucking do. Like, if you put a Tim Tam and a Chit Chat next to each other, that'd be fucking hard to tell the difference. They do, eh? They look like fucking Tim Tams.
Oh my god.
What's happening with reptiles at your place, Chris?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Have you got any new reptiles coming at your place?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on a retic and a banana pie from.
Are you pairing? Are you gonna pair anything this year?
Oh, I already did. I already got eggs.
Whoa, shit.
Yeah, I got ghost banana head pie to a calico head pie female.
Yep.
And then I got my queen bee is about to lay, which I also paired her with my ghost pie. My ghost banana pie. So we'll see how that goes out. And then I paired my albino pie male to my albino female. So we'll see what happens. That's it.
That's a lot of snake.
Yeah, that's a
lot of snake rooting going on.
Oh, and then I'm getting another ready to go female from KY Constrictors.
Oh no!
Hey,
it's
mama.
like one big snake bang bang going on it.
I got my pie. I got one coming right now. That's it.
You have an albino pie? female slither. I have a male.
Talk to Brighton's wife. He's got the male albino pied.
I got a male albino pied.
Unless you want to do that breeding project with Chris. Show him, Chris. Or is he in work right now?
Cool.
Your male.
My albino male?
Yeah. Normal head, albino head pied. Oh, dang. That's, hey, I work with, I like working with anything too.
Do we have Iron Dog in the house? Did I see Iron Dog in the chat? No. I thought I seen Iron Dog.
He doesn't really join other people's lives. I don't see him very often in anybody else's lives.
He was here the other day.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, like he joins the chat, but he doesn't join the panel very often.
Right.
Well, this would be like the third or fourth time I've ever seen Chucky on a live.
Yeah,
Chucky's on YouTube.
Chucky's a dark horse too. Yeah, he's a dark horse.
That's
what
right.
do you mean by dark horse? I just think he sits in the background.
That's what I'm saying. That's what a dark horse does there, Fry. You know.
I thought he was. I was more calling him like the ghost. That's nice, Chris. I like that.
It is.
That was pretty cool. That was dope. I like that.
Yes, I am a ghost, you guys. I'm in and I'm out.
Even when he does come on, he sits in the dark, and if he is in the light, he's got his camera like this.
Cool. Exactly. See, look, y'all know me.
Oh, no, so done over here. This is his usual. This is how he comes on. Like this, the whole time. Like you watch him. He sits down at the bottom and he's like,
"Yo, what's up, right?"
Were they all flexing hats behind you?
Yeah.
Or were they just NFL hats?
No,
he moves his fucking phone around the whole fucking time, so you can't get a fucking proper look at his face.
All your stuff on display. I like that, bro. That's sick. That's tight. I like
all my coats are made. I make coats.
Yeah, look at this dude. Sick. He's on point, hey.
I want to do that. That's what I want to do. I want to have a rack in my room.
Yep.
Whoa, that must be heavy.
He's setting the example.
Yeah, it is heavy.
He's setting an example. He's setting the bar.
I like this. This is cool. This is cool.
Yeah, mate.
Go, bro. You're doing well. Really proud of you.
He's a fucking.
Must be in the
He's
name.
a fucking trendsetter. He's a fucking trendsetter. That's what he is.
Trendsetter. Fuck, isn't that word a bit old, Benji? Trendsetter.
Trendsetter. Okay, then he's an influencer.
Now you're just showing up.
Those were big.
No, that's sick, bro. You got.
He's an
cool. I like that. I like that. I want to get one of those signs behind you for Fry's Critters. So when I'm on a live, you don't have to see any of this. I can have Fry's behind me. But I'm trying to get a green screen, yeah.
He's influenced you, Fry.
I don't know if
everybody
influences banners up there, Fry.
Pardon?
Are y'all able to get banners out there?
Oh, when we do, they're just too much money, mate.
Oh.
Me and
Benji would pay easy $700 plus.
Make your own.
Something smaller. Well, we can, but
buy a big fucking tarpaulin for $50 and get some paint.
Not that easy, Benji.
Yeah.
Yeah, you draw it on. You draw on a stencil, and you draw on it like you do it like with masking tape. You're masking tape the words out, and then you just paint over it, and then you pull the tape off, and fucking Bob's your uncle.
Bob is your uncle.
I'm so done with you. I wish it was that easy, my God.
It's a box of fucking birds. It really is.
Well, I got like 3 or 4 signs because I had to get another one made because Crunch wanted me to go over there and just, hand out shirts and stuff like that.
There's no need to be flaming glare.
Flameless. Oh, man. Don't even stop, Benji. You're not even from Australia.
Hey, you watch one episode of Home and Away and listen to
Wait, is that what we're talking about? I don't watch
that old cunt. What's his name?
That's where it comes from.
Mr. fucking, what is his name? And
Levi. Check this out.
he says it every time.
What up, boys? What the fuck, Chucky?
Hold on.
That's good.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought Chucky left. I was like, what the fuck
No,
is this?
Fuck, Levi's in the
Yeah. The 2 hosts up the top, that's right.
Elf. That's his name, Elf.
Hell. Mate, you pay too much attention to it.
Who the fuck let G.I. Jane in here?
Who's that?
I know, right?
Yeah, the whole pointing thing on camera is fucking weird, huh, Fry?
Oh, it's a bit weird. Like, yeah, I know. Get back to front. But if I sit in front of it, it's going to be
to run.
Fuck, I was looking at buying.
What's his name? Store Frontier for him.
I've looked at 3 guitars today to buy.
Yo, what's good?
Fucking hockey season, so.
G'day, mate.
Okay, quick question. How many snakes have you guys looked at buying each today so far?
Yeah, I'll put Lucian's name on this one.
I can't answer that question.
I can honestly say I looked at quite a few.
Is anybody
Hold on, Benji. He's talking.
Anybody wanting to buy snakes? Been looking today, like hit the bug, like you just get on there and you just start looking and you're like.
So I've been looking at selling.
I don't go on Facebook intending to look at buying guitars. It just happens, and I assume the same thing happens with selling. Okay, so that's the opposite of buying, but yeah, I mean, so marketplace. Facebook is pretty shit, but the one good thing about it is the marketplace.
That's like half of us
like buying stuff.
I actually looked.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I actually walked away from a couple just because if someone doesn't want to work with me, like I try to see what I know.
We've still got someone going around in circles over here on the far left.
No, that's just probably you, Benji.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Probably just you, Benji.
Fuck, I need my magnifying glass. Hang on.
Get a better phone.
Oh my God.
My phone is so small I can't read the names until I get this.
All right, y'all.
It's mainly morphs. Mainly morphs. And
Shoot, Levi.
Shoot, Levi. What's up?
No, like honestly, I've got the circle of death for them.
Oh my God, Benji. You might try to say something.
Your magnifying
Are they sitting in the
like
dark?
10 minutes
Maybe
behind
they're
us.
sitting in the dark. You go for it, Levi.
10 minutes behind you. It's more like 18 hours ahead of you.
There's like fucking transmissions from Benji's phone. And then there's transmissions from everybody else's phone. Poor guy. I feel so bad for him.
Levi, shoot with your question.
All right. So we all are aware the other fuckheads are live right now. And I've already asked them on Fortnite. So I'll ask on this channel.
Other fuckheads? Do they have names? Or you don't want to go there?
Oh, no. It's Big D's Pythons and what's that other bald fuck's name? Hutch.
You're bald.
Use that word carefully, bro. Look in the mirror.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an inside thing between me and Hutch.
But yeah.
Anyways, breeder versus collector. What route do you guys think I should go?
What for?
Reptiles.
What,
Breeder.
you want to purchase more reptiles?
Like breed or collect, because you can't be both necessarily. Like you could be both, but it's more of a pain in the ass. I'm leaning towards the collector side.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Collector has more animals, better quality than a breeder, in my opinion. But breeders also have high quality animals. Depends, man. Here in Australia, my opinion is, yeah, you do your homework on everybody. Because some people are better than others. Like, yeah, you can go to a breeder and he'll sell you a snake, a snake really cheap. But you can go to a collector and find something better in that snake, the same species, the same morph, that might be a bit dearer because it's part of that collection. It's not actually bred. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Depends.
Okay.
See, now I plan on breeding in the future, but I've always had the mindset that I'm always collecting. I'm always researching, the genetics, the morphs, everything to stay educated. And I want to say on top of a future game that I'm planning, but that's how I look at it as far as my interest is in the genes, the morphs, and collecting. So I think as a breeder, potentially in the future where I haven't done it yet, that's going to be a key to success for me.
Okay. What you got, Chucky?
I'm just a collector, man. So I just collect reptiles. So I don't know.
This guy, you just produced bearded dragons. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, Chris, what's your opinion?
Bro, I honestly wanted to be a collector, but then I just wanted to make babies for myself, so that's why I became a breeder, because I didn't want to go out and buy like more stuff when I could just make it myself. So I would say breeder if you're trying to like make your own stuff, but if you want to go and just have the rare stuff, collector.
See, that's kind of like that's where I'm that's really where I'm not torn. Actually, is like I don't care to make a cool snake, but like it is badass being able to go into a tub and be like, damn, here's this badass red pastel fucking hypo that was produced by Graceful Serpents.
But you'd have to start collecting somewhere and research the genes to be able to know what you want to produce, as far as if you're looking to produce something like on the next level.
Right.
Yeah, see, that's the part 100%. I don't care for, though. Like, I don't, like, I get excited. I'm like, oh, I'm going to put the Abbey to the red pastel, and, like, it's cool, but then it's like, no, I'd rather just go buy a badass IMG and add another genetic to my collection that I don't plan to go anywhere with. Like, I don't want to sit there and play the puzzle of let me put the IMG to the Molly to the red pastel to this to that, look like that one fucking meme with all the scientific numbers running around. And then I'd also like to be like, on the same token, so here's one out of my boa collection, here's one out of my colubrids collection, but this one's like 1 in a million colubrids, you know what I mean? Like that, fuck, what is one I'm thinking of? Like the dragon snake, right? Be able to bust one of them suckers out. Bam, here's a dragon snake. And then over here, I've got a gopher snake. And then over here, I got a bull snake. And then over here, I got another rare one. But they're all like the top of the crop, most badass products of a breeder as far as the specimen animal goes. Then I want to
use that like thrill of if you actually hit on something, or if you produce something that, like you say, is that rare or that standout. Like that's what gets me excited for the potential of breeding in the future, is that I could hit on something that I'm going to be like proud of and actually going to be like, wow, like I produced this. And then it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be like let go, like to sell it, then you're going to have that, you know what I mean? Do you or not? Like hold it back, try to produce another one, but also realize that that could be the only one with that look that you like.
Okay. No, I like it. No, I definitely get the mental of being a breeder. Like I produced acorn snake this year. It was cool. Like, I'll breed whatever, here and there periodically just to do it, to keep myself fresh and whatever. But like, I really don't have that burning desire to do exactly what you said. Like, there's no super, super warm feeling in my chest, but like, I get dude, I can't say what was in this guy's collection at a shop, but like, I get hype at the rare high quality stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, I want that one in my collection, but I don't get that immediate thought of, oh, let me get a pair and let me think about what I'm gonna do with it in the future. No, I just want that one animal to say I have it and to work with that animal and spend time with that animal. Like my retic, I have no desire to breed retics at all. Like, for several reasons. But like, the last thing I think about with her is like the project that I would do with her. Like, it's just getting to know her, enjoying her beauty. And then I do think about adding other retics, but not to breed them, but like to have them in the collection, like a pie. As far as like big snakes, you don't get much better than a pied retic. Like, just the incredible basic one gene genetic to be that beautiful. Like, oh, dude. And then at 20 feet, if you're lucky, like, oh man.
Hold on, guys.
Get out to our sponsor, Canadian Club.
I'm going to post this up real quick because they're saying Billy's on the show. It's a rumor, but no, it's not. It's right there. This Saturday, we got Billy and Chromaflux, and our sponsors are Aloha's Creations, Baby Jesse's Reptile Road, and Fry's Critters and Eden's Den. Appreciate you guys. And then Sunday, we also got CNB.
Your boy will be live from the store.
Yeah, Levi will be live from his store.
I'll be busting out his super dwarfs in public, hopefully.
And Gio just got his name.
That's what I got.
What?
It's a Mayo Super Pastel Yellow Belly Pie.
Nice.
Produced by who?
Hollywood Balls.
That's fat.
Nice, I've heard of them.
Yeah. I was talking to him for like 40 minutes right now.
Is that like a dark head? Sorry.
Yeah. I'm trying to show you the dark head, but he's moving.
Yeah, I see. That's fat. I like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous, bro.
I wish we can get ball pythons here in Australia. Why does the government have to be so shitty?
I'm surprised you can't.
Yeah, unless you want to import them and go to jail with the risk if you get caught.
Shit.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Stupid.
A long time in jail.
I'm going to have you guys in the
or something.
background. I'm driving home still, all right?
All right, bro.
All right.
Crazy. I want ball pythons. I wish we could get ball pythons. Because if we can get ball pythons, guess what? I'm selling everything. I'm buying a pair of Komodo dragons. I'm not buying anything else but Komodo dragons. That's my dream.
And y'all can have those, right?
We can't have Komodo dragons. That's why I've got a lace monitor.
I was going to say, I don't think there's anywhere in the world that you can legally own a Komodo dragon.
Bro, that would be...
Well, you got to be a zoo.
Yeah, because they're protected, right?
I believe so.
Not just like in the States or in one specific area. That's like one of the rare animals that's protected nation or world.
Even if you go to the Komodo Island and stuff, if you were to kill an animal there, they'd probably kill you next.
Yeah.
They're, like you said, protected species, I think. I'd have to look more into that, but there's something so hard that nobody's really got them, but that's something I'm striving for. But if I've got to go move to another country, I'll do it.
Well, Chris is going to make a zoo, right? So you should get one, right?
Oh, I wish I was a zoo. I used to work at a zoo. They had a Komodo dragon, but they share that Komodo dragon with Australia Zoo. So there's like, at Australia Zoo, I think there's 5 Komodo dragons. There's only ever 2 on 3 on display. The other 2, they get shared out to reptile parks close to, Brisbane, wherever Australia Zoo is. Hang on.
I was going to say, Luann, you got time? Anybody else want to answer before I start rattling off snakes?
Bosa say ASS.
Hey, don't correct it.
African soft fur rat. Snakes.
No, babe.
A queen snake, a king snake, a milk snake, a leopard gecko,
a crescent gecko.
Hi.
Hi. Say hi. Hi to everybody. Look, everybody's waving to you. Just to you.
Hi.
They're waving to you.
Hey, Chucky, go back in the darkness. Don't scare her.
Go on, babe. You go play. Go play.
All right, here we go. Corn snake, king snake, milk snake, ball python. Not well, yeah, 6 months, yeah. Newborn ball python, baby boa, depending on the species. Let's see here. What other colubrids? Any of them. Hognose, yeah. Hognose can almost live its entire life in that. Those things are so tiny. Sand boas. Basically, like, God, you got a specific name.
Unfortunately, I've got to jump off. Sorry to interrupt you. I've got to jump off.
All right,
baby calls. I'll be watching in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Support. Make sure you hit that like button, please. Hit that like button. Support who supports you. All I got to say. Have fun. Love you. Take care.
I'll get the pointing down one day. Later, Fry.
Get this tattoo, guys. I'll catch you later in a bit.
All right.
All right, Drew. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Arabian Samboa. Oh, yeah. A Samboa, too.
Yeah. Any of the Samboa species. I don't think any of them get big enough to. I mean, damn, I think like the first couple years of life, you can keep them in a 10-gallon. They don't get very big very quickly. It takes some time to grow.
Yeah.
Let's say most of the colubrid species can live probably well over a year, almost up to 2 years in a 10-gallon comfortably. Just put enough stuff in there to keep them.
Hey, Levi, did you see the live of Billy? Were you watching that?
Yeah.
Bro, did you see what he was talking about? Quad hits?
Yeah.
Bro,
like that, what I'm really excited about bringing Billy on is that Billy's to like an OG status where he's almost like taking a backseat. So a lot of the newer generation doesn't understand what mutation creation has done for this industry. Him, Barchek, as much as I don't like him, Jay Brewer, Eric Lee, a lot of these guys are like up there in the clouds of like names of legends that people just don't really hear about them as much. Like they just sit in the shadows like the elder gods and let things, transpire. But I think it needs to be brought to light to the newer generation of what those names have done for us today. And the doors they kicked in, the trails they blazed, the changes, the genetics, everything that they brought to the table. I mean, if it wasn't for Billy, we wouldn't have a Canova. Like, I'll put it that way. And then even the names, I'm sure Billy could sit there and rattle off names of the ones that made it possible for what he's done.
Right.
I don't want to ruin anything, like pregame.
I've always loved their clutch videos, especially when they like try to challenge each other for picks and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And that's what he was talking about too. Like he was saying when they do those videos, they literally pick the clutch to do a video on. So they have so many clutches. They're like, nah, I don't want to do that. It's not good enough, for the video. So that's what he was saying over there, that they actually pick a clutch that is like good, like the clown fights or whatever he was talking about. But he wants to make a monsoon pied, which is freaking. I'm like, whoa, that'd be badass to see.
Oh yeah. Real quick, Slither, what show are you vending in November? Sorry. Anyways.
Right.
But yeah, quad hets are that's another thing. Yeah, that's definitely something I'll be asking him about.
Venom's funny, bro. He says Venom Wonderful has always been my biggest inspiration. Yeah, bro, believe in yourself, pretty much.
All right. Y'all ready for Chris, what's something I want to start introducing to these, and every show that we do is like bringing an inspirational segment to the show. We got to say something inspirational, each one of us. What do you think about that?
Everything that walks. I'm joking. I'm joking.
What'd you say? Smash everything that walks?
I said I was joking.
This fucking guy.
I'd still have to say risk it to get the biscuit. You want that rare one, like you say that you see. You got to risk it to get the biscuit. You know.
Oh,
and that's it, risk it for the for the deal. Like if there's a deal out there you want, it doesn't hurt to ask. Like one thing I learned at a young age was, if you don't ask, then it's a no. If you ask, it's a maybe. It might be a no, it might be a yes, but at least you put forth an effort, to take that risk. That's why I say risk it to get the biscuit.
Are you fired up? I'm fired up.
You miss every shot you don't take, man.
That's right.
Bro, and that's what Billy was saying too on that live. He was saying that you gotta, like, even though like it's a, what do you say, an expensive snake, you gotta risk it. Because if you don't risk it, you'll never know.
Exactly.
So yeah, I was talking to Emilio. I actually have and I realized it's actually the first pickup that I had picked up getting back into ball pythons, and realized, like, I was looking at all these like other ball pythons I had picked up and had honestly overlooked something else that it was possibly het for. And talking with Emilio, like even he said, he's like, you should try to prove it out. And I'm actually gonna make an effort towards, proving it out, on, other levels. So I've looked at other, like when you say like looking at combinations, sometimes you can't look at like combinations. Like for me, it's like sometimes my mind will work kind of like when if you remember the TV show Numbers, I'll be like, okay, what possible, parental, to this parental, what offspring, it's, to me, the genetics of it, it's interesting, fascinating, but at the same time too, like I'm an artist as well, where I'm interested in, like you would say, like the visual of, like, let's say like the bling of the, the ball pythons, that, something that's going to be amazing, or like for any other breed of, snake, like you said, like your retics, is something that's just going to have that shock and awe factor, and I feel like sometimes you have to like breed it, or you have to risk it to get the biscuit. Because from what I understand from my research is sometimes you could pass on something you want, and if you see something that you actually really like, doesn't mean you're going to produce that. That may be the one, and your best chance of producing another is having that in your collection.
Absolutely. No, I agree 100%. You're spot on with that, man. You really hit that.
Thanks.
But yeah, back to that subject. Like like the way your mind works with numbers and, combining this with this, like I get it. Like, trust me, I think about it all the time. Like, oh, if I put this to this, or I see a snake on Instagram, like, oh, if I put IMG to something that's never been done before, what would come out of it, or whatever the thought process at the time is. It's a fun thought process for me, but then it dies out almost immediately. Then I'm on to the next squirrel brain thing. Like I see some crazy ass colubrid in somebody's collection, I'm like, oh, I have to have that. But then I stick on that and I think about it, and I think about it even longer. Like one of the biggest species I'm after right now, and as soon as I can afford to get one, it's going to be the king rat snake. Like I really, really want one. I've been stuck on it for over a year now, like thinking about owning one. I don't care to breed it though. Like that thought process hasn't fired a synapse yet. Like I haven't like even gone down that path, and I don't have an interest to. I just want to own the species and get to know it. And,
now, can I ask you a personal question?
What's up?
Have you ever bought a scratch ticket before?
Yes.
Now, like you lose on a scratch ticket, have you bought one after that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing where you're taking that risk where you're going to try to hit something or produce something. So to me, that's like part of the excitement too, is that you're like, some will say you're playing with like the odds gods, or you want the odd gods to be in your favor, but something may have like a 1 in 16th to a 1 in 264th chance. But to me, the excitement and the reward would be if you do hit something that maybe the odds weren't in your favor, but bam, there it is. That's what I'm looking forward to potentially like breeding in the future.
Okay. So where you get that excitement, right? Like my excitement to like connect the two is working with the species, right? Like every time, like I open my retic tub, right? I'm rolling the dice. Is she going to come out food motivated? Is she going to come out calm? Am I going to be able to do that stupid thing that every retic breeder does? And don't none of you motherfuckers lie to me. I know you all do it, whether it's behind the camera or not. You put your hand down and you try to guide her up by her head, hoping to God that you don't get bit. You know, like that's, I know breeders can do that, but as a breeder, you don't have the time to get to know that particular animal 1000%. I mean, retic breeders may be able to, big snake breeders in general may be able to break that rule because you have a select few of them. But overall, you have so many animals. Like you get to know that animal, but you don't get to know that animal. There's only
right. I know what you're saying. Like, right now, I don't have like a lot of ball pythons, like a lot of breeders out there now. And like I said, I'm in the collecting stage. But I want to say I have, and I want to say last I knew was like 12, and I think it's like edging up to 13, 15, you know, which I'm heading that way. And like earlier, you were mentioning like Morph Market, and it's like sometimes I have to pull myself out, and like I was on there today, and I even tried to make a few things happen, and
I don't know. Did we lose him?
I don't know. Like he froze up.
even though sometimes it's like you do to make it work, you gotta like just, you know, it's not gonna. And then I just start looking around, and then if you look hard enough, if you're looking, you know, then you can find something, and that's where like my mind will work. Like I say, like the numbers where, okay, if this one, you know, someone doesn't want to work with me, what else is there for potential pairings? You know, is there something else that I have in my collection that I can pair with this that I will learn as many, you know, I have had time to get to know the ones I have, but I do agree and understand with you that the fact that, you know, when you see these huge collections, that it would definitely be a lot harder, if not impossible, to get to know every single one of your animals as well. You know what I mean? Not saying that some breeders don't, because I know they do, but it's a lot more work for those breeders to be able to, you know, get to know all of them.
No, absolutely. And by the way, I'm not for anybody in the comments or anybody watching. I'm not knocking breeders because they don't know their snakes. We're not doing that. This has nothing to do with that. I don't want anybody making assumptions or whatever. But no, yeah. I mean, it'd be like asking Canova on his 4th rack back, 5th snake down. Do you know the personality of that snake? It's more than likely going to be no. I just breed the animal, which is that's fair because they're all well taken care of. I know a guy that is extremely successful in breeding ball pythons and doesn't care for snakes at all. He takes good care of his animals. He doesn't care for them. He's in this for the business of it. And there's a lot more people out there that do that just don't openly talk about it, more than the ball python or anybody in the snake community is willing to admit. There are people that are in it for the business, and I got mad respect for them. As long as their animals are taken care of, we need it. Now, I promise controversy, so I'm gonna bring some controversy, and everybody in the comments more than welcome to answer this question too. Are we to a point where there are not enough collectors and there's too many breeders? It's a controversial question. I know it is. It's a loaded question, but I don't think we're to that point, but I think we're right on the edge of it. We're right on the cusp, but people need to scale it back, stop getting halfway into it and then jumping right back out and dumping all these snakes on people.
Well, one thing I haven't really disclosed, or mentioned to everybody else, I actually have a degree in business. And one thing that I learned is that competition can bring out the best or the worst, in people, and that's just like a general. But sometimes competition can actually elevate, everyone's game, as far as you're going to have, your top tier, you're going to have this, but you're always going to have the next one coming up, or someone's overlooked, that maybe they didn't see, this breeder, in the shadows, coming along. Maybe they were busy collecting, they were busy researching, they were this, and then all of a sudden it's like, where did this kid come from? Just from what I understand with the whole thing with, the breeding, the collecting, is that pretty much it's supporting one another. So can you say there's going to be too many breeders? I don't know, because I think even as a breeder, I'm always going to be looking, always going to be researching, always going to be collecting, always going to be buying. And I think if a lot of people out there have the same mentality, then it's going to be kind of like a self-sustaining, or like a living, organism itself, where it's going to constantly be evolving and changing, and hopefully it's just going to keep growing.
Okay. No, I see what you're saying. I like that you brought a competition, because it brings out the best in me. I mean, I'm not an ugly competitor, but I will. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say I'm all about some controversy. My goal on this podcast, and my goal in my job, and my goal in life is not just to coast and ride other people's waves of momentum. I want to be the best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be. And I mean, I applied that to my last job. I went, hey, you know what, boss man, I don't like this competitor. I don't like their business. I don't like what they do. They got a bad rep, and we're below them. In this aspect, it may have been a little nasty, but anyways, my goal was to be number one, and I did it. That shop still today is number one on that list. Be the best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be is my ultimate goal. And as far as like this community goes, it's in a friendly competition, because I know there's other podcasters out there looking, watching, and I want to be better. Respectfully, we're bringing somebody on, a huge name, next weekend. I want to be better than them. I want to get to their level, and then I want to surpass them, with all due respect, because the person that we're bringing on is a lot of what inspiration I've gotten to get this far came from that person. But with all due love and respect for that person, I want to be better.
I had a teacher when I was in high school that told me that it's okay to reach for the stars. And he goes, now stay with me. He goes, it's okay to reach for the stars, because the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to land on the moon. You may not reach that star, but you're going to be somewhere out there, like closer to the stars than you were. So by trying to be, the best or better, or like compete, is going to actually hopefully, make you, better. If you look at it the right way, it's going to help elevate what you're doing by trying to be the best. Even if even if nobody, no matter who it is, me, anyone, if you don't get there, if you're trying, you're going to be better than you were when you started.
Absolutely. And with all the love in the world, I hope that somebody challenges me. I hope that somebody out there right now that's watching, out of the, I think we got 18 to 20 viewers, challenge me. Make this a competition. Of course, with love and, peace involved. I don't want to ever be nasty with anybody, but challenge me. Let's go. And that's all I tell my boss that every day, where I'm at now. Now my goal is to get this shop above my last shop, because we're both Tesla certified. I want to be better than the shop I'm coming from. And it just like you said, I left that shop better than I was. Hell, better than most of the people in the Tesla community are, as far as technicians, estimators go.
Well, I'm with Levi. When I came on, a lot of people before used to tell me that I wasn't going to be able to do a YouTube channel and all that stuff. Whatever, all that's old now. Now, I met some other people in the community, and they were like, "Dude, you should do the YouTube channel. You got that I don't know, that vibe that you'll bring a lot of people and spread that positivity and all that." And that's exactly what I did. When people tell me I can't do it, I'm going to do it. Just so I can say, "Oh, I proved you wrong, bro."
And if you listen to everybody that tells you can't do something, then you're not going to do anything. You know what I mean? It's pretty much like whatever it is. If someone's telling you you can't do it, and you have that mindset that you listen to them, then you're never going to try, and you're not going to do it unless you try.
Also, I want to add this to everything on top of it. It's like a cherry on top. For anybody in the comments, anybody that's going to watch this in the future, I love this inspirational quote by Steve Harvey. If you don't fail, you're not trying. I have failed. I've eaten shit. I have fallen flat on my damn face, and I've wanted to give up. I wanted to hang it all up, say fuck it as far as the reptiles go. My career as an estimator, my career in the Teslas. I have had cars hand me my ass so bad I've gone home and just sat in a fucking corner. Like not being able to figure it out, not being able to get that car moved on, knowing that there's going to be a disappointed customer. I'm disappointed in myself, but I never gave up and I saw it to the end and I succeeded. And that's the thing with it too. When you fall flat on your face, you get back up, try again and try again, because no matter how many times you fail, when you succeed, that one success will outweigh the failure. I promise you that feeling.
Huh? That song, the song by Chumbawamba, that older song. I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Yep. Absolutely. The goal is not to stay down. And don't ever take no for an answer. I don't take no for an answer. And I think that's what separates me from a lot of the people in the community that I'm in outside of here. I don't take no for an answer. You know, we work with insurance companies, and you know, I don't know if anybody in here is in the body shop world, but body shops have been getting pushed around for 15 years now, man. It changed. The insurance companies took control. Body shops were getting shoved around, pushed in the dirt, and they were taking no for an answer. I don't take no for an answer. You're going to pay me what I'm worth every time without fail. You're going to pay the rates I'm asking. You're going to get my tax paid. You're going to get my customers' cars fixed the right way. We don't cut corners. We don't half-ass anything. We do it the right way, and we're going to get paid for it. And I bring that mentality into the snake game too. You know, if I do produce something, I'll get paid for what it's worth. You don't like it? There's the door, homeboy. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. But, you know, I don't really want to breed, so it is what it is. But, you know, I think that's the inspiration for today.
But like you said, that's the thing. Like if that's something that your heart's not in, then now's not the time. You know what I mean? Like to me, you have to have that passion to push forward or to move forward. You know what I mean? Like things aren't always going to be easy, or always aren't going to be a bed of roses, no matter what you do. You know what I mean? But like you said, you got to be able to brush yourself off, you know, just keep going. It's kind of like, you know, like you look at the movies that kids have, you know, like you look at like Finding Nemo, you know, Dory just keeps swimming. You know what I mean? If you don't keep swimming, you're going nowhere.
Yeah, or that Rocky quote, the one that says the world is a tough place. That if you get knocked down, I can't remember it right now, but it's like if you get knocked down, it's only up to you to get back up or something like that.
No, that's exactly what it is. And, you know, so like you said with the challenges, right? Like, so something I see as challengers being a collector versus a breeder. Breeders normally focus on 1 to 2 species, right? My challenge that I want to take on is having multiple species from multiple microhabitats, the different care for all the different animals. I mean, I'm there now. I've got multiple colubrids, some of which require different care than the others. I've got an African fat-tailed gecko, and then I got a leopard gecko, both of which live in different microhabitats. You know, the boa versus the retic, they're similar, but there's a lot of differences between the two. And taking care of them.
Like we have someone like not too far away where we can go to, and they're like a reptile like expert. And with the way the things that you're mentioning, like I think that might be your niche that you'd be great with, is where you're interested in all these species is educating. You know, like if you're interested in all these different species, then you could put your footprint, you know, with, you know, US ARC or like anything, just by, you know, introducing people to all these different walks of reptiles, so to speak, and educate them, get them interested, learn that, you know, you don't have to fear every reptile that's out there, you know, and that could be a niche for you or something to consider. Like for what you talk about, that might be like a good match for you.
Absolutely. No, and that's really where that's where if I see myself becoming when I want to open a reptarium, right? Like, again, like I said, I want to be the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. I see what Barcheck is doing, right? I want to take that to the next level. No disrespect to Barcheck. I'm not saying I'm going to be better than Barcheck. I want to be. I'm not saying I'm going to be, but I want to be better than Barchek. I want to take the Reptarium. I want to take it to the next freaking level. I want to take it to that next unknown that I don't even know what that looks like at this point, because he trying to catch up to him is going to be difficult, but I love what he's doing. I want to be like that, minus the breeding facility. Cut the breeding facility out. I want that to be another level of animals, to another level of reptiles, because that's why I love the colubris so much. I could spend the rest of my life trying to learn about them for one. It's not possible. There's too freaking many of them. And then to try to collect them, like, oh, dude, like the just sheer adrenaline rush I get thinking about collecting old world and new world colubrids, and then add in boas and all the different species of boas out there. Like, it was, oh man, how long ago did we go to the World Life Zoo out here in Glendale? Probably like 9 or 10 months ago. We went out to the Glendale Zoo in Arizona. I had no damn idea there is a Costa Rican boa, a locality specific to Costa Rica. Had no idea. Walked by it, was like, oh, that's the sickest boa I've ever seen in the world. Got to go read about it. Had no idea it existed. Hit up, I want to say it was Patrick I hit up one of the bigger boa breeders. They knew a little bit about it, but not a lot. So I was like, bam, okay, add that to my must-own list in the future. I don't even know where to begin to get one, but when I can afford one, I would kill to add that, because that's one of those off-the-wall, odd boas that I didn't know about, that not a lot of people knew were even freaking out there. But like you said, education. Like, here you go. Here's a new species that not a lot of people know about. Got to learn about the microhabitats and the, taking care of them, what substrate they go on, temperatures, humidity levels, all of it. Like, that's really where, oh man, that gets me excited.
Then when you talk about, were you talking about Mark? I've seen quite a few of his vids, and I have to say, like, Dad Kaufman's too. Like, some of their vids, it's like amazing. Like, when you say, like, try to take it to like another level. When you watch some of the vids, like there was one I saw by Barchek, and I believe it was like a red ball python he was trying to produce, and you watch it and it's like so exciting. It's like, now I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna see, and we're gonna look, and he just pulls you in, and like I'm watching this whole video, and like I'm like, oh, he's gonna get it, and it's like the first one, no, and then you're like rooting, like he's gonna get the second one, no, third one. I watched the whole vid and he didn't hit it, but he still planted that seed of excitement that he's gonna hit it, and if he doesn't, someone else is, and that's a passion that he definitely like gives out, that like it's just phenomenal.
Who's this?
That's Barchek.
Oh, Barchek,
yeah. And same thing with I saw Dab Kaufman's video where he went to Africa in search of like the next ball python gene. I recommend that vid for anyone, because he wanted people to be aware that a lot of them, and like even Emilio said, like, and I've heard other breeders say, where they're overlooking like normal ball pythons, passing them up. And they're beautiful animals. I mean, to see, for one, what a ball python in nature is technically supposed to be like instead of the morphs. But the key is that some of them could have hidden morphs. And Kaufman went to Africa and he started going through all these ball pythons, and like the excitement that he had for it, like he really portrayed it. And I'm just like into it. And I'm like, and he's like, I'm going to list them on, Morph Market, this and that. And maybe I saw it too late or too early, or it hasn't been posted. I mean, I went right on there and I'm like, all right, there's got to be something that he didn't hold on to, but there was nothing, So I'm sure if he listed them, they sold, or he hadn't yet. Excuse me. But definitely passion, both of them have, and like the excitement. And I mean, that definitely, elevates it. And like when you say like the future of breeding or even collecting, both of it, having that like that enthusiasm, that passion, that's definitely going to speak, miles. That it's kind of like, even some people say, if you can't do, you teach, but you can do and teach at the same time. And that excitement, pulls somebody else into the, into the breeding, into the game, into the collecting. And I mean, I've seen a lot of these videos by many, and I mean, they definitely do a great job. And you're right, though, like there's somebody else Like, could be you, could be anyone that they're going to end up elevating it themselves, or they're going to be the next Barczyk, the next Canova, the next, Dab Kaufman. I mean, anyone, but same thing, like you said, if you're always going to hear, no matter what it is, that you can't do this, or why are you doing this? And if you listen to those people, they're going to bring you down. You need to hang around people that are going to lift you up, make you feel elevated, be supportive, and try to listen, to the practicality of different things, but at the same time, use it as motivation to try to carry you through. And if there's anything, constructive that might help you, see things a little differently to still continue to elevate, the game that you're playing, then, by all means, use whatever it is, negative, positive, to help lift yourself up and to help lift others up.
Absolutely. No, I love that.
What's up, Victor? Hey, I found that quote, so let me know when you're ready for it.
Go ahead.
It says, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It is a very mean and nasty place, and it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody's going to hit as hard as life, but it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That is how winning is done.
Fuck yeah.
And that's
I can't remember the exact quote, but I know Leonardo da Vinci said that trying to understand and learn how everything's connected, and if you look closely, everything is connected in some way. And where you say collecting, breeding, education, there's all things with reptiles that connect, or connect people, combinations with a lot of things.
Oh, for sure. There's one of the girls my wife's is friends with, is her son's going to be coming over here. I want to say next week or the week after or something like that. But he's coming over to hang out with the snakes because she wants him to be able to get a snake. So she wants me to teach him, the different things. And like I keep saying, I'm going to practice what I preach here. I'm going to stop fucking talking shit about the ball pythons. It's nice to have a ball python first and foremost to be able to introduce people with. And, I don't think I'll show it on camera eventually when I figure out how. But my wife always says, I light up like a kid in a candy store when I'm showing off the snakes and the different species and the different attitudes and the different care and the different procedures for each one. It's like you said with Barczyk. I see it with Barczyk too. That's really what started the collector mentality for me. It was the fact that he gets just as damn excited about Lucy as he does that red ball python. When he's walking around, this is Lucy, gotta be careful. When I feed her, she's got food motivation. She's angry some days and she's cool one day. It's the same passion. I love it, man. And that's where I want to be.
Now, one thing, I don't know if you ever thought of or notice it other people when they say it, though. If you think about it, the way he presents himself, right, is if you look at I want to say let me think of his name, but you got I'm gonna draw a blank here, but you have other people I want to say the crocodile hunter, different people that have been out there, that just are excited about what they do, crikey, and it pulls you in.
Oh yeah. I mean, let's be realistic. That's where 99% of this industry started, with Steve Irwin.
Right.
I don't think I've ever met somebody that's yeah, I didn't get inspired by Steve Irwin. To watch him do what he did, that's why I go herping. That's another big aspect I bring to the table. Shout out to Darian for doing what he does. But herping is another big thing that breeding would take away from that. That's another thing I think about going into the collector mindset about, yeah, taking care of the snakes is a big responsibility, but then to breed on top of that, to incubate, to monitor all of that's big time away from the herping season for me. To have to take it to that next level of care, versus that moderate, levels. Like, all right, everybody's balanced, everyone's clean, everyone's good. Let me go out. Let me go herping. I don't have to worry about pairing A to B and C to D and E to Z. And the numbers game that you were talking about, I could spend that in the herping field. That's where my numbers comes in. Is okay. So I explored this portion of the state this time, and I went here at this time of year with this temperature, and I didn't find what I was looking for. So let me go try this area at this time of year at this temperature and see what comes of it. Trying to learning more about their habitats, learning more about, okay, so it's breeding season. Like, I always go in, understanding breeding is important because then I understand this is the rattlesnake's breeding season. So I have to, be careful first and foremost because they're going to be active. The males are going to be out searching for the females. The females are going to be more protective because they're either ovulating or gravid. But it's also, okay, I'm not going to see as many because it's breeding season. They're going to be all hanging out in cool areas, pairing up, getting ready to either lay newborn babies or eggs. I noticed it with the gopher snakes this year. I was only able to find a select few during the breeding season. Then, knowing when that season's over, okay, or coming to an end or getting closer to the end, there's so many steps of the way on where I'm going to see them active and out. Right after mom lays, perfect time to go out. They're all going to be out looking for food. They're all going to be looking for water. And then the male is going to be out looking to knock her right the hell back up. Again, another reason, be careful during that part of the season. They're active and out. Or, when a storm's coming. I get super excited. Everyone at work thinks I'm a fucking loser because everyone's like, oh, look, rain, I get to go play in the water. I'm sitting in the background. Oh, shit, I'm going to go find me some snakes.
Yeah, but back to what you were saying, like, where your passion is, what you like to do. And, like, you look at, like, what Steve Irwin did and how many people he influenced. And then you look like his family following his footsteps. You've got, like, Bindi, his son. I mean, and it lives on through other people. And, like, if you don't see, like, I see that, like, even with, Barchek, like, where he gets so excited. It's like, that actually in itself is huge because it's being an inspiration, to everyone else out there. Like, he's definitely inspired me, to do some stuff. And it's like, I've been inspired by, different, people I've watched on YouTube, like Emilio, he inspires me seeing what he's done, and,
fuck yeah.
Just, the community. I mean, everybody in it. I mean, everybody's great. It's like, I know it's like anything, there's probably, bad apples or bad eggs that, could ruin the whole bunch. But I mean, like you said, I try to do my research. I try to, get to know people the best I can. Sometimes, yeah, you're doing a little bit of risk, maybe giving a little bit of trust, but, you got to kind of like do your research, try to see, what the reviews are, different things like that, and kind of go with your gut after you like message and stuff,
Absolutely. No, I 100% agree. I mean, shout out Steve Irwin's son. Oh my God, dude.
He looks just like Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
He's a spitting image of his father.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like he left like a legacy. I mean, part of him is growing, still growing like through the kids and, like through the reserve and everything that they do, like what they do for animals, education, they'll inspire, still future reptile keepers or breeders or just anyone, even if they're not in there, to look at reptiles or animals or species differently than they would. And they'll actually learn quite a bit. And a lot of times it's more than you learn in the classroom.
Absolutely. No, 100% agree with that. You cannot have said that better and speak the truth, my man. Like, oh man, that resonates through me. Yes, I always tell my son that. It was like, how many things do you learn about animals? Preservation, protected species, endangered species, invasive, local, not local. They touch on it just enough to get like the thing going, but it takes us to take it to that next level. Like my grandfather-in-law, right? He goes out hunting every year, kills rattlesnakes along the way. I walked by one day, he's got a jar full of rattles. I go, what the hell is that, Tom? He goes, oh, I shoot them. I look at him, I go, why? Oh, because they're dangerous. No, they're not. you're hurting the ecosystem. No, I'm not. What? Stuck in his ways. Old as could be. Grumpy old bastard. Reminds me of Red Foreman. Love him to death. Utmost respect. Anyways. And tell him, hey, what if I told you what you're doing is hurting the animal that you're hunting? Oh, no, I'm protecting it by killing it. No, you're not. Rattlesnakes don't kill deer. If they do, it's extremely rare. But you're hurting the ecosystem that deer lives in significantly because that rattlesnake isn't able to kill its prey. You're eliminating an apex predator of that tiny little micro ecosystem that you're in. That rattlesnake is responsible for killing the rodents that are eating the wildlife or the plant life that your deer needs to consume to stay alive. You find malnourished deer, you're a good portion of blame for that because you're not controlling the rodent population. You're allowing it to expand and get out of control by killing that rattlesnake. I shit you not, he doesn't do it anymore.
But also there's another side of it too, like where you say like your grandfather hunting, like you look at people that, deer hunt, because I know deer season around here is coming up soon. Now, a lot of people, you're always going to have people, maybe on both sides of the fences, so to speak, where people are going to be like, oh no, you shouldn't hunt or anything like that. But, hunting, like in Maine, like a lot of people don't realize, it's like the revenue that comes in that actually helps preserve the wildlife. And a lot of people that are like, I'm for the wildlife, I do this and that. If you downright ask them, well, what have you done? What have you donated? And they don't realize that most of the revenue, and pretty much I think all, might just come from your hunting licenses, your fishing licenses. Okay. Oh, yeah. Also, people that they're against, you can't hunt deer. Well, the thing of it is they don't think about, they're trying to help control the population, because how many, car deer accidents there are, or moose car accidents, how many fatalities, you know what I mean? There's like two sides to the fences on, how you look at it. And it's not always like as people may portray or say, and there may be other, factors or reasons or thoughts that they have. And sometimes people just believe what they're told or what they're raised. And I think a lot of us at times where, raised a certain way, and then we try to learn things on our own, and then we kind of come back to our roots. But at the same time, we learn some things maybe a harder way, but then we come back to ourself as ourself, like almost like we're raised as, being, what we're taught or what we're raised between school, parents, grandparents, or whatever. And it's not till we have that freedom to make our own mistakes and to learn, and then it brings us back to self,
No, absolutely. It's a constant uphill battle for an educationist like myself, you guys, Darian, that there's a certain book out there. I know I may ruffle some feathers on this one. I really don't fucking care. It's what I do is controversy. There's a certain book out there that makes a snake out to be a satanic evil creature. And to battle that is one of the hardest battles I have to fight. It is not the satanic evil creature that you were taught, and it's not okay to kill it because of your mental. It plays a critical role in our ecosystem, whether you'd like to accept it or not. It's fact. It's scientific, cold, hard fact. These animals play a huge, huge role that hasn't been taught enough in the ecosystem. Just like the deer that we go out and hunt, if we don't control the population, like you said. Funny you brought that up here in Arizona, up north, they had a huge problem with that. The deer were so overpopulated, they were killing the plant life out there. It almost went extinct, so they had to open up the season and have a free-for-all. They actually had to encourage people to come from other states to help control the population. That life of animal was ruining the ecosystem all on its own, and we had to step in and help control it. But yes, like you were saying, there's reason, there's a balance. There's checks and balances to everything. I'm not saying let the snake population run uncontrolled. You do that, rodent population drops, plant life starts to become overwhelming. It's insane of what can happen without the checks and balances.
But then sometimes nature has a way of balancing itself out too.
Oh, hell yeah. People like complain about thunders or storms and hurricanes and shit. It's like, yeah, Mother Nature resetting herself, man. Like natural fires, lightning strikes, hurricanes, tornadoes. It's Mother Nature, volcanic eruptions, creating life or balancing herself out. You know, like I say it all the time, we're a freaking virus on this planet. What we do to this planet every single day with the stuff that we create, we are a fucking virus to Mother Nature. We continue to infest and penetrate and destroy this world with the things that we do. Whether people want to believe it or not, I'm not an eco nut. I'm not saying I'm on the left side or the right side of this, but we are a virus. What we do hurts Mother Nature. Asphalt roads, buildings, global warming to an extent. I'm not getting into this, but we uncheck and we unbalance Mother Nature all the time by doing what we do. She has to step in and balance it out eventually with a hurricane, tornado, some crazy astronomical event we're not ready for yet. You know, I don't want to open up this can of worms, but I will. COVID, viruses, plagues, bacteria that we've never seen before. It's all Mother Nature with checks and balances. Oh, the human population's out of control. Here's a brand new virus. Just as an example. We've seen it repeatedly throughout history. Pathologists will argue that it's just a check and balance. The plagues wiped out a mass amount of humanity. As we take a step forward, we continue to tarnish Mother Nature. So we either unveil it ourselves or Mother Nature goes, here you go. Have fun. Try to survive this one. Like the stubborn bastards we are, we do it. So I thought you were going to bed.
She said no, she was just kidding.
Oh. But yeah, checks and balances are important. Anyways, back to the subject at hand. There, to everything in life, there's a check, there's a balance. You know, you said there's a left and a right to the fence. I think overall we could do a better job of meeting on that fence. You know, like me and my grandfather. Fine. You find a rattlesnake on your doorstep and you happen to kill it to protect you and your wife because you guys are elderly. Fine. So be it. It is what it is. Checks and balances. You don't take a 6-foot female Western Diamondback out of the wild that's doing her job, that's going to produce more, and you kill the moderate sized one on the porch to protect yourself and your wife. Doesn't need to be killed, no, but am I going to get all super offended and butthurt because you did it? No, because I understand you guys are of that age where it's fatal at that point. You know, their immune system can't handle the bite.
Well, you look at like the, you know, like bees, you know, being like endangered, like pushing like endangerment. Okay. Like I've even like gone on like my personal social media before and said like the importance of like sometimes leaving your leaves out, you know, in the fall and not picking them up till spring, not treating your lawn. And it's like what really kind of got me this year is I no more than put that on social media, and the next day there was somebody going around door to door asking people if, you know, they wanted chemicals in their lawn. Yet you still see people, you know, treating lawns with like harsh chemicals and stuff. And it's like when you say, you know, care about like the environment and stuff, the importance of the bees, like people don't always realize like with the food chain or different things out that there are things that are critical and important, you know, to, you know, the well-being of us, like even a bee, you know, like something as small, like is huge. Just because it's little doesn't mean it's not a big deal, or it's not big because it is.
You know, it's funny that you brought that up because bees are one of my Oh, thanks, Brad. I appreciate that. Bees, man, you're right. Something so tiny plays a critical role in our survival as is the planet. This isn't just humans. It isn't just deer, snakes, birds. Bees are literally one of the heartbeats of the planet, to put it in retrospect. If we let bees go extinct, we die. Not just us, everything dies. The life itself stops. The planet will die because it will no longer have oxygen. And people that don't understand this, oh, what do you mean? They don't cause oxygen? Yes, they do. They pollinate. They create plant life. Without plant life, we don't have oxygen. Without oxygen, everything goes to hell. So a small little nuisance plays one of the biggest roles in our survival in the future. And by the way, the honeybee isn't as damn near endangered. We need to do a better job of protecting it. And Chris, we need to do a better job of speaking on this shit. But yeah, that it's huge. such a little tiny thing plays a critical role in the survival of everything.
Right, and like you mentioned earlier, like wildfires and stuff too, right? So you figure your trees are producing oxygen. So with the amount of forest that we keep losing to wildfires and stuff like that, you look at like the carbon dioxide, like hydrogen or whatever is released, like from the wood that's burning, that's going into the atmosphere. Okay, then you're losing that oxygen amount because the amount of like trees and forests is like gone down, so has your level of oxygen. But the hope is that nature finds a way, life finds a way, kind of like from Jurassic Park, and it's going to create new growth. And it happened with Mount St. Helens when they had the eruption. If you look back at old footage and you see what happened, there was like complete devastation. And now if you see like out in Washington and stuff like that, it's like amazing. You have all this like new growth, and it's like it's amazing. Like with death came life.
Absolutely. No, up north here, we had a huge fire, one of the most devastating fires we've seen in the last like 100 years. And then shortly before that, we had one that took out a hotshot team. It was the worst fire in Arizona history. Rest in peace to those firefighters, and thank God for what they did. But that fire, where everything ravaged, there's brand new life. I'm big in like a natural wildfire. We need it, because we need the death and devastation of Mother Nature doing what she's doing, because where the fires ravage and lay down soot and ash brings nitrogen, nitrous oxide, whatever it is, that helps grow new plant life. So where these trees are on the verge of death, now we have brand new trees coming up that are going to live hundreds of years longer than the trees that were on that verge. And again, it's a checks and balance. It's human-caused fires that it's just it's infuriating. Like we just had a huge one this year. It's because the guy was burning toilet paper. Like, man, I could smack that dude multiple times with a bat.
Sometimes people don't think.
No, but
they have to. Sometimes people don't think.
Yeah.
If the ones who are doing it deliberately, then they should honestly, be punished, by the fullest extent of the law. I mean,
absolutely.
Our forests, our nature, is what we have, and we have to take care of it and carry it on to like all the future generations. It's there for us to enjoy, not to destroy.
Absolutely. 100%. We can all do our part in preservation of the world. Even the littlest things, like people think like, oh, I got to go donate millions of dollars or do some life-changing event to save the world and the environment and the life around us, like all life. And picking up that bottle, throwing it in the recycling bin. Picking up your piece of trash, throwing it in the trash. Doing that every day and just staying consistent with it, you're changing the world. You're making it a better place, because it's one less thing that's out there causing a problem. Not flicking your cigarette butt out the window.
We can sit here and preach that though, bro, but how many people are going to do that?
I do it all the time.
No matter who we are, we can always do better. And if every one of us just did a little bit better, maybe we're not as consistent as everyone else, but if everyone just made a little more of an effort, it would make a huge difference, because all those little things add up to something big. And if everybody just did a little bit more, it would have a huge impact.
Bro, and see, like, this kind of goes with the reptile community too, like, with the bad eggs that you're always talking about. Like we could actually change people, which we did change the community. We spreaded love, we spreaded positivity. We came in and, knocking doors down, like people had walls up because of negativity or getting attacked by other breeders and stuff like that. And we came in and I brought Levi in and we started, bringing those walls down, showing people that we're not all bad.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And then the balance to that, or the check to that balance, is if you know a bad breeder and you know somebody up to some bullshit, check them on. I do not support or condone rumors and the little childish high school bullshit. Oh, well, so-and-so doing this. No, fuck that. But somebody, Fatality Dragons, you piece of shit, that's selling underage animals causing a huge ruckus in that community because goddamn, the Bearded Dragon community is fighting to do better. Check them, and I got no problem calling people out. And as far as my community and my love goes, Jay Brewer, fuck you, step it up, man. But as far as the rumors and the BS goes, like, oh, Chris is doing little petty bullshit. That out the door with that, bro. Like, miss me with it completely. But checking people on their BS, you see somebody throw, and to bring that into relative of this conversation, you see somebody throwing a bottle on the ground, check them, say something,
bro. No lie, I got attacked for pushing my merch. I mean, they said I was pushing my merch on other people, but I was just like doing a story. I put it up in my story. And I was like, hey, my merch link and all of this. They say I'm pushing my merch onto them.
So what? You're allowed to try to move merchandise no matter who you are. You know what I mean? That's part of free enterprise, part of, you know, being an American. You know what I mean? As far as for someone saying or hating on you, I mean, someone's going to hate on you no matter what you do. You could try to do everything right, and then someone's going to be like, oh, this person's too goody-goody, you know? Or you could go out and have a good time, and someone's going to be, oh, no, like, they're having too good of a time. You know, someone's always going to have something to say. You know, it's just,
for sure.
You know, sometimes you just got to, you know, listen, because you're going to have people who are going to, you know, like, not saying they could be hating on you for the merch because they don't want to see you elevate yourself. They don't want to see you succeed. You know what I mean? Maybe secretly you're a threat to them and they're in the same game, the same business. So you can't listen to them. You know what I mean? It's like you put it out there and if people want it, they get it. You know what I mean? It's not like you're pushing it. It's just you're offering it. It's someone saying that you're pushing it. That's someone being negativity. I just take the negativity out. Don't listen to it.
So check it out, Pat.
Offering it.
So if I just do this, look, I got a Yeti with my logo on it. They say I'm pushing my merch.
So what about Pepsi? What about Coca-Cola? What about commercials? I mean,
exactly.
They have a problem with you, but they don't have a problem with Pepsi. They don't have a problem with Coca-Cola. I mean, they don't have problems with the ads on YouTube. You know, just saying, you know, there's no sense of hating. You know, it's you're exercising your right as a person, as an American. You know, like
exactly. It's not like I said, hey, don't buy my drink.
I see that, and I'm like, oh man, that's cool that you did that. You know, it's like, you know, put a link out there. Say, hey, you know, I have some merch. If anybody's interested, go to this link or whatever. You know, so what?
The man's got baby oil on sale right now.
What? Oh yeah, you're talking about my private collection of baby oil. Yeah, you're right.
You got baby oil, bro. How you gonna hate on baby oil?
Flex and finesse and baby oil, bro. What I mean,
bro, send me a bottle of that shit. I'm gonna put it on my fucking head because everyone was talking shit about how shiny it is. I'll show you bitches what wax on, wax off looks like.
I will say that's not hating on baby oil. I actually saw something once like about baby oil. Like, if any parents out there are watching, like baby oil, you want to keep it away from where little kids can't get it at all, because if they ingest that, it is one of the worst things, and it can be like fatal. It can be harmful, and a lot of parents like out there that are new parents do not realize that, and a lot of people don't read warning labels, or you know, sometimes something will happen in the past and people forget about it. But it's that education, like knowing, you know, like reading or, you know, researching and stuff. And that's what I do constantly, like with the ball pythons. When you say like, you know, being interested, your passion, you know, crunching numbers or whatever, I've always been one that I just try to always educate myself with, no matter what it is.
No, absolutely. I'm a lot like you, man. Like my niche is medical science. Like I kick myself in the ass every day. Like I should have been a fucking doctor, but like I'm constantly studying medical science. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about with the baby oil. It does have almost a fatal effect to the children. Like they cannot ingest that kind of oil. Our body does not break it down. Another big one that's out there right now is the small, C-type batteries, the little button batteries. Like, check your kids' toys. Make sure that they can't get those batteries, because they swallow one, it's fatal.
Mm-hmm.
Rip through the intestines. It will rip through their stomach lining, and they will die from the inside out. A very miserable death. And it's easily preventable. There's a huge strike going on, by the way. If you guys want to go to, like, I think it's like Hasbro has a petition going to end all toys with those batteries in them, period. Like, it's unnecessary, especially in today's day and age. You got AAAs, AAs. Swallow one of those would be fine. They're designed to withstand. God, I left one out in the Arizona sun and nothing happened. But yeah, hate on that, motherfuckers. Anyways, Chris, real quick, we should send a bottle of your baby oil to Fatality Dragons and Jay Brewer, and I'm gonna put a personal note on there that said this is to help lubricate your head to pull from your ass.
You dumbass. That was funny as fuck, bro. Oh my god.
Oh man, courtesy of Flexin and Finessing.
Oh my god.
FTL Reptiles with love, and I'll even draw a little heart on there for them.
He did sit down.
Oh man, I kill myself sometimes.
Man, that shit was funny, bro. That caught me off guard too. I just started laughing. But you got another question, or we're gonna go jump on Big D's?
Let's go jump on Big D's.
All right, I gotta work early, anyways.
Make sure to bring the baby.
Good night, Pat. Thank you for jumping on. As always, you're more than welcome to jump on anytime we're in this live. You already know. I'll send you the link. Just ask.
What it's all about.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you having me on. I really do.
Yeah, I got you, man. You're welcome anytime. You put up with my bullshit, so.
Nothing to put up with.
Right?
Yeah. You guys are great guys. So thanks for having me on.
Good night,
Appreciate that, man.
Have a great night.
All right, everybody. We out. We're going to Big D's. Go catch us over there. Peace.
Chris is bringing the baby oil.
Probably watch before I fall asleep. So have a great night.
Good night, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for the likes. And thanks for subscribe. I appreciate it always. Me and Levi do, because, you know, we got goals to reach.
Should I let the cat out of the bag or no?
What? Well, I don't know. We still got 6 people in here. You want to tell the 6? Well, 5 now.
Nah. I'll announce it on Big D's. Let's go.
All right, let's go.